Good morning, everybody. It's Katie Austin here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're gonna do a little bit of a get ready with me as I answer some questions. Millie, girlfriend, can't eat everything in this house. Okay, so today we're doing a little Q&A as I get ready, as I put my makeup on for the day. If you're new here, you don't know much about me, then this is a great video to watch. Or if you have been a long-time subscriber, maybe you'll learn something new. Don't know how effective it is as a caffeine level. I actually need to look into that. But this is my third morning doing instant espresso because an espresso machine is really expensive. So any brands out there that want to send me a free one, holla at your girl. Okay, it's like a tablespoon of instant espresso. I just do a tiny bit of hot water, swirl it around, and then I'm gonna add ice because I want an iced latte. Then I made homemade brown sugar syrup. It sounds a lot harder than it is to make. It's literally just equal parts water and equal parts brown sugar, and I put it on the stovetop until the sugar dissolves on simmer low. I don't like too much. I like my latte strong. That's perfect. Then I'm gonna do about half a tablespoon of the syrup. Perfect. All right, now come get ready with me. Let's go. All right, let's do a little Q&A, get ready with me. Also, my hair is 5 days old. I'm shocked. This is the beauty of dry shampoo, and I did a little bit of a heatless curl 2 days ago, and then I just did a touch-up of a regular curler. It actually works great. I love it. All right, so we're gonna do a Q&A of some of your questions, personal, business, anything. So let's do it. How do I stay so positive? First up, I keep my beauty blender separate in the bag because I don't want it touching all my other makeup, just for germs reasons. Get a little bit wet too. Well, first and foremost, I just want to set the record straight. I'm not the most positive girl every single day. I definitely have my days, I have my moments, I have my hours. Not every single day is going to be the best day, but at the same time, going into every single day with gratitude, and it sounds so freaking cheesy, but just being so grateful with where you're at and appreciating what you have and not looking at what you don't have, I think is really, really key. And also, one body, one life. Seriously, why not make it count? It's the motto, baby. So if you guys don't know this, I actually was a sports host for a few years. I did sports broadcasting at the University of Southern California, Fight On, and that was my dream. I always wanted to be Erin Andrews, Carissa Thompson. Shout out to those girls. They were like my inspiration for seriously all of sports hosting. But after I graduated college, I did sports hosting there for about 3 years on the sports hosting talk show and was set on that as a career, very set on it. So I started working for Fox Sports West on the Prep Zone show. I did that for about 2.5 years. I did NBA Summer League every single year. I did some work with the NFL, Overtime, Verizon. It was amazing. I loved sports hosting. Definitely was not as glamorous as people think it was. There was a lot of research on the back end, a lot of travel, a lot of Friday, Saturday nights, not having a life, to be fully honest with you. I worked a lot of nights, which was really, really hard. So it definitely wasn't as glamorous. To be fully honest with you, I never really left sports hosting thinking that I was leaving sports hosting. 2020 hit and all my jobs were canceled. I tried to do some virtual ones, but at the end of the day, content creating was just kind of the name of the game the last couple years. I'm honestly really excited to get back into sports hosting somehow. I did a little appearance on Red Zone at the NFL Network. I'm doing some stuff with Sports Illustrated and Sirius XM Radio. So I still want to do it. I still have this itch for it. I feel like when it was my dream ever since I was little to be a sports host, and especially that's what I studied in college, I definitely want to get back into it. But I love what I do, so on the side. Okay. By the way, this contour stick from Rare Beauty, I am using the Happy Soul shade. It's amazing, it's so creamy. I met my fiance on a dating app. It's called The League. I think dating apps can get a bad rep sometimes because it's like, I don't know why the first 2 years I was so awkward to say that I met him on a dating app, but why? I literally have no idea because it's the name of the game these days. The League honestly was something that my mom told me to get on. I met him within the first couple days. I got really freaking lucky. I think about it every day, like the anxiety hits me. I'm like, what would happen if I did not swipe right? It's crazy. So why not take a chance and download a freaking dating app, download The League, and meet your future spouse on there. He saw on Instagram that we have a mutual friend. He reached out to her, I reached out to her, and she actually connected us. So what I usually do is I just do a little bit of like a, nude beige-ish eyeshadow across the whole eye. I really only know how to do my makeup one freaking way, so here goes nothing. And then actually, if you have like bluish green eyes, I've always heard that maroon, a touch of maroon can really bring your eye color out. So I do a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of maroon. Kind of random, but works. How do I stay motivated every day to work out? I don't. And that is why I always say, making your fitness routine a habit, because you're not gonna wake up every single day with motivation. I freaking don't. I'm a fitness trainer and I don't. Scheduling in your workout just like you would your meeting or a social hangout or anything like that. But also a huge other point why I love what I do is you make workouts fun. You actually enjoy working out and you're not too intimidated by it. I think that's huge to be motivated. Okay, so all right, I've had this eyeshadow palette. I know makeup expires. I just don't know why I don't care. Cool, I use the brown on it. I just love the brown here. I don't know why there's so many other great eyeshadows with brown, but I just haven't bought another one. Do I want kids soon? I go back and forth about this. I really, and hopefully one day, get blessed with kids. I think we're gonna try to enjoy the first year of our marriage. This is if all works out and all goes to plan. Enjoy the first year of being married and then try for kids. That's the plan right now. We still need to figure out where we want to be long term. And I think the craziest part about having kids is like, we're literally, our next step of buying a house together would be like, what's a good school district for kids? And it's like, when did life get so, when did I get so old? When did this happen? Oh, why did I start my fitness business? I was a college athlete and you'll see, again, final. I played lacrosse my entire life, ever since I was 7 years old. I also played tennis growing up, and I always had a coach. And I moved on. I actually quit lacrosse in college and I didn't know what the frick to do. I never not had a coach. I always had a wake-up call. I always had someone telling me what to do, and I felt so lost. I started doing at-home workouts myself. I looked up like some YouTube videos. I was like, oh, this is great. I just started doing like 15-minute workouts at home. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy full circle, because it's exactly what my mom did her whole life. And actually, I feel like I do get that question a lot too. That's like, are you doing what you're doing because of your mom? And of course, she played a massive impact. I think subconsciously since I was born. I mean, I literally started traveling with my mom at 6 weeks old. So subconsciously, of course, I loved what she did. My mom always said, even when I was 2, 3 years old, I'd like try to be in the videos and like do the moves with her. I was doing commercials, workout, fitness commercials, literally as a toddler. So it's always been ingrained in me, but I never really thought about it as a career. So when I moved on from lacrosse, I just realized there's probably other girls like me who moved on from their sport and want to find fun in working out again and not constantly train 24/7. I really just wanted to empower girls to work out at home and unlearn a lot of the habits that they learned as an athlete. I'm doing a little bit of this Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes liquid liner. I just do a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. I don't do it crazy. So my friendships have actually evolved quite a lot. Your 20s are not the best years of your life. I had a very hard time in my 20s, I would say, especially finding friendships. I have best friends from home. There's 8 of us in a group, and we've all been friends since we were 2 years old. And so that connection and that loyalty, I've really been lacking in my 20s, to be fully honest with you. I always had a hard time finding that exact type of connection because I just have such best friends from Virginia that I almost kind of compared, I think maybe like that connection with new friends in Los Angeles, especially in the industry that I'm in. Very competitive with girls and like the influencer world sometimes. I don't know if I connect as much with some of the girls out here. That's a very broad statement. I am so aware of that. I honestly just kept trying to hang out with different groups and different girls. And I think there's something about girls that is not said enough. It's okay to move on from a friendship that's not serving you anymore. We can break up with someone and if we're in a relationship, but why can't we break up with a friend if it feels toxic? I fully think you go through life and go through your 20s, especially with different phases of friendships, and that is okay. I am very, very lucky that I have an amazing group now of friends in LA, but I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to find them. It took me years to find an amazing group of girls, and I think that's okay as well. If you're in a new city, be patient and surround yourself with people who support you when something good happens to you, and that's a big one. Okay, this is not the best mascara. This is not the best eyelash curler. I really just need to go to Sephora and buy myself a lot of new makeup, but it's freaking expensive. I feel like it's a hard question to answer because she's my mother. I literally came out of her, and of course I'm here because of my mom. And my mom was a freaking legend in the fitness industry, and I'm so grateful for that. So yes, I am extremely self-aware that she has helped me get to where I am today, and people recognize my last name because of her last name. I understand my privilege. I'm not saying anything, else besides I fully understand my privilege, and I am so grateful that I have her as my mom. I really don't see it any more deeper than I'm just so grateful that she is my mother and that she is an amazing mom. She happens to just, be in the same industry and be crushed her whole life in the same industry I'm at. I will say one thing, and please don't be like a hater about this, but my mom can open doors for me, but I still have to walk through them. It's almost made me work even harder because of the notion that I am where I am because of my mom. Trust me, I'm fully aware of where I came from, but I still have to work hard. Oh, just an event in a couple months, it's fine. Yes, I am wedding planning right now. I'm not gonna lie, it is not my favorite thing to do. I'm not the best wedding planner. I don't know why, but actually I do know why. I'm just too busy to plan it. I am excited, extremely excited to marry the love of my life. I think it's going to be the best day ever, but I'm not putting too much pressure on it. And I have really never pictured myself getting married or really planned a wedding in my head at all. I just never came to me. I mean, I'm just excited to marry him and excited to marry him, yes, but also have every single one of my loved ones in the same place at once, like all my best friends, family from LA, from across the country, and anywhere in between as well. So that's gonna be the most fun part, partying with everybody and celebrating our love, and that's all that really matters. All right, I have these I use this new serum, and I've gotten some marks from it, so I think we're gonna stop. It's like a hyaluronic acid. I'm trying some new things before this wedding. So next question's kind of hard. I feel like there are a lot of assumptions about what I do, and all I do is post on social media. It's definitely not all I do. I think that's like a 10% of it. I will say, going back to self-awareness though, when influencers and content creators complain about what they do, girl, I'm in this job too. I just feel like complaining about it is just interesting. It's a great, wonderful career. I do think there are, of course, hard times and difficult things that come with it, but nothing super difficult that makes you complain a lot. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And I don't want to hate on anybody complaining, because maybe then it's just not for you, but we are given a platform, and I think using it and being grateful for the platform that you have is really key. So I'm extremely grateful for the platform that I have and you guys have given me. I think something that people don't really realize though is how much so it is a business. I'm not talking about my content creating, that yes, it's a business, of course, brand deals and everything, but my app and my program and my recipes and the products, the Katie Austin products that I have, that is all a business. And I employ different people, and running a business is freaking hard, especially in the state of California. Lots of taxes here. I think the biggest misconception about what I do is that it's just influencing, when I actually run a small business. Biggest relationship tip. This is also from personal experience. By the way, I love what this is. I don't know really, it's a beauty blender, but it's for your powder. I don't know what it's called, but I just invested in one. I came from a long-term relationship where I did not trust my partner. And then after that, I had a short-term relationship where my new partner did not trust me. I think having huge levels of trust in my current relationship is really key for me, because I didn't realize how unhappy I was until after I left my 5-year relationship because of how much I did not trust him and how much it drove me crazy, and he made me feel crazy when I was actually warranted to. So I think just like feeling comfortable with a person. I feel like I've known my fiance forever, truly. Yes, I actually do my like liquid stick blush last. It just gives a little bit of glow. But yeah, trust and communication. I think that's huge. And I'm not the best communicator, so I'm always learning every day. I didn't use this, but I actually am obsessed with it. It's the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Blush. You know what? I'm actually gonna use a little. Y'all say extra blush, by the way, is out of style. I disagree. Anything I'm looking forward to next? There is a lot that I am looking forward to. This might be a little bit too dark for like a daytime thing, but I'll just do a little. I am coming out with 2 really exciting things. A Katie Austin treadmill. I'm so excited. It has like walking workouts to go with it. It is my own branded treadmill, you guys. I've been working on this for over a year. And then secondly, I am, of course, doing a bridal sculpt program. So any 2024 brides out there, holler at your girl, join my bridal sculpt program. And what I wanted to really reiterate, it's all about going into your wedding day and walking down the aisle your best self. It's not about losing weight. You are perfect as you are. It's about feeling happy and feeling confident, working on the posture, shoulders back. And also what I love to say in the program is building stamina for your dance floor. So that's what it's all about. And as always, I have the Katie Austin app that has over 300 workout classes and so many hundreds of recipes. So make sure to check that out if you don't want to get my treadmill and you're not a bride. So make sure to check that out. And I think we're ready to go now. So cheers.